Welcome back to Instables again after Powell speaking today, also speaking tomorrow 30 minutes after market open. Again, sitting on a doji candle here, now sitting on a pullback from this indecisive doji candle, now testing our 10-day moving average. Again, sitting on decreases in buy pressure for the last few days. Again, mentioning our resistance here at 444. Now, where exactly are we headed from here? I'm going to go over exactly what we're looking for from here. Hit the like button if you enjoy, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and if you are a day trader, if you're looking for pre-market news before market open, major volatile movers, for example, here with AHI breaking above our pre-market high at $2, a very strong psychological resistance that we keep an eye on in the Instable Zoom, continued on past it, all the way up to $2.60 here on a major spike, a very nice continuation on above pre-market high. These are the type of major movers that we mentioned in the Instables room. Any pre-market news that you want to be watching, any major data sets, again, for example, Powell giving many comments today mentioning that in the Instables room, go to instables.com in the description below, and for only $15 a month, you will never miss a breakout alert today again. So jumping into this buy with you guys here, I wanted to go over 3 indicators with you, and one very key indicator that, in my opinion, you should be watching, especially at these levels. The first indicator, again, is our candle structure leading into our 8-day moving average. Again, now testing key support for a possible bounce, which could be a possible continuation on lower from our very key fib extension that we have been keeping an eye on here at 444. So again, we are cautious. The reason why is not only have we been getting that decrease in buy pressure here, which is our second indicator that I would be watching. Again, our MACD is our buy pressure decreasing in buy pressure with our white shaded lines, and our 12 not crossing below our 26 quite yet, showing us that we could have a bounce going into tomorrow with Powell, or we will continue on lower if our 12 crosses below our 26 with Powell tomorrow. So again, we are very much setting up for what could be possibly a bounce with Powell, possibly continuing on lower below our 26, or we do continue on back higher here on data. This has happened where we've curled down. We did not end up crossing lower. As you guys can see here, we curled down. We did not continue on lower. However, this time around, we do have decreases in buy pressure, so we are cautious to the upside. Again, very much cautious, looking for proof of concept if we will continue on higher. Now, our third indicator is the RSI here. Again, jumping out of overbought territory going into today after Powell mentioning again, labor markets aren't exactly as low as we needed. Again, mentioned this yesterday. We needed 3 things from Powell, right? We needed to see that he did not mention anything about decreases in jobs that we have not been getting, which he mentioned is necessary to decrease in inflation, but we have been decreasing in inflation with increases in job reports. Now he's back on the jobs reports, mentioning that it is not exactly what we're looking for. We needed to see decreases in jobs to have decreases in inflation, and inflation still is a very big problem, mentioning that there is a possibility. Many Feds believe there will be a possible increase in rates towards the end of the year. That's what they mentioned today. That's what Powell mentioned today. There's no guarantee. Mentioned that, again, data will very much depend on exactly where we do head next as far as rates. But the main thing that he did mention today, in my opinion, a lot of people missed this, is that a couple weeks ago when he had his meeting, he did not mention anything about a possible credit crisis. 2 months ago, and a couple months ago before that also, he has been talking about a possible credit crisis that may come. And in my opinion, with possible student loans coming up in October and with the tax extension that is in October as well, is what, in my opinion, he's bracing for as a possible credit crisis. So in my opinion, that credit crisis will be a very big play into what we're headed into next. Looking at data, keeping an eye on exactly which data comes out next is what we will continue to do in the Instables room. But again, these 3 indicators are very key. Again, our 8-day moving average leading into it, again, now testing as we do have our 12 curling down here, showing us that we are cautious to the upside with that decrease in buy pressure. If we do cross lower here, we could have a possible major pullback. And if we do continue on below the median of our MACD, that would be that major sell-off and a large swing to the downside. But in my opinion, until we do continue on back with our 8-day moving average below our 21, we will not continue on lower. That will be confirmation on that swing to momentum to the downside. In my opinion, as we jump out of overbought territory on the RSI, we are cautious here. Now looking at our swing to momentum, looking at our overall strength, again, our 12 has been crossing higher, continuing on higher above our 21, but now we do have that decrease in buy pressure with our white shaded line coming in on our weekly chart, which could be that cool off that we do not want to see, of course. But however, if it does happen, we need to be ready, and making sure that we play into that continuation below our 8-day moving average will be that play intraday on the daily chart. So again, keeping an eye on this very key support that we mentioned again yesterday, mentioning this support here as a possible bounce. It's exactly what happened here. Now we're testing, and now we are going to see if we do come back down, test our 21. That would be our intraday perspective here. And again, our fib extensions very much showing that we do need to continue on past 437 if we want to possibly test our recent highs at 444 and that major continuation. If you want to see that major bullish move, will be that proof of concept above 444. Again, the reason why we got this major rejection, like we had mentioned before, that exactly what happened at 444 is exactly here from our prior consolidation before we did continue on lower. So again, a very key resistance that we are pulling back from, looking for proof of concept from here as our 10 holds above our 21 here, as our 8 continues to hold with our candle here. If we do continue on back below, then we can continue on back lower. So again, going into tomorrow with Powell, we will be cautious. Mentioning exactly what he mentioned today is something that we don't want to happen going into tomorrow, but if he does pull back on anything that he did mention today, then we will have a continuation on higher. Now, looking at our monthly chart, as we look for proof of concept on our daily and our swing to momentum, as we have been getting decreases in sell pressure for quite a while here, which has been that momentum that we've been getting since Nick Timmeros mentioned that possible Fed pivot a while back now. We have our 12 just looking to see if we can cross above for that possible continuation on our long-term momentum. So again, we're looking for these to cross into the next week, in my opinion. If Powell, for example, comes out tomorrow very dovish, that could be that cross on the monthly chart for possible continuations on higher on our weekly chart. That would be that confirmation that we're looking for. But again, on the daily chart, very cautious, testing key support. If we do have a spike going into tomorrow for any reason at all, we have a major resistance at 444 that we need that proof of concept above. Again, a very key fib extension that we have been keeping an eye on. Now, again, with that said, if you are a day trader, if you're looking for pre-market news before market open, major volatile movers that you want to be watching, very key levels that you want to be watching, again, from pre-market news, mentioning looking for that possible continuation, continuing on higher over 30% on one of the choppiest days you're going to find, especially with Powell speaking today. These are the type of movers that we mentioned. Go to instables.com in the description below. And for only $15 a month, you will never miss a breakout alert today again. And again, all of you Instables, I appreciate every one of you guys for supporting the channel every single day. Continuing to go at it, taking what the market gives us like we had here with AHI yesterday. Very nice runners as well. Staying cautious, leading into Powell tomorrow as we were today is what we're going to be having to do. And again, I appreciate every one of you Instables that have been supporting the channel again every single day. Much love to every one of you guys. And again, if you guys do like this video, it does help the channel grow. And I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all. I'll see you guys in pre-market.